Comprehensive Business and Environmental Report for Ice Cream Clean LLC. This report is designed to be read by city officials, investors, bankers, and citizens. It presents a turnkey plan for Ice Cream Clean LLC, founded by visionary leader Carlos Thomas Faria, to provide free, weekly RV pump-out services for homeless residents across Portland, Oregon. It includes an operational blueprint, staffing and wage details, equipment specifications, financial projections, environmental impact assessments, and implementation timelines. Executive Summary. Ice Cream Clean LLC, founded by Carlos Thomas Faria, will deliver free weekly pump-outs for homeless RVR residents citywide to prevent illegal discharges into storm drains and the Willamette and Columbia rivers. The plan deploys high-capacity vacuum trucks, a small but efficient workforce with competitive wages, and structured routing to maximize coverage and minimize costs. Mission: provide dignified, reliable, and free sanitation services to homeless RV residents, protecting public health and Portland's waterways. Vision: a cleaner, safer city where access to sanitation is universal and illegal dumping trends toward zero. Goals: coverage: serve each homeless occupied RV within Portland city limits weekly. Volume: remove approximately 32,000 gallons of waste per week across black and gray water systems. Environment: reduce storm drain and river contamination by measurable margins in year one. Partnerships: formalize disposal agreements with municipal wastewater plants and obtain city support. Sustainability: build a scalable model powered by Ice Cream Clean LLC that can expand regionally. Current conditions in Portland. Homeless residents increasingly rely on RVs for shelter. Without accessible pump-out services, many discharge into storm drains or on the street, creating health hazards and watershed pollution. Homeless RV estimate: a working assumption of 400 occupied RVs citywide, with variability week to week. Sanitation challenges: access barriers, few RV-friendly pump stations, cost and mobility constraints. Frequency: full-time living typically requires pump-outs every 5 to 7 days. Environmental risks: illegal discharges, sewage and gray water entering storm drains goes untreated to rivers. Watershed impact: nutrient loads, pathogens, e.g. fecal coliform, and chemicals degrade water quality. Public health concerns: exposure, human contact with contaminated runoff increases disease risk. Neighborhood impacts: odors, pests, and cross-contamination with public spaces. Service model and technical assumptions. Ice Cream Clean LLC offers weekly, scheduled, on-site pump-outs of both gray and black water tanks with simple intake verification and non-invasive operations. RV tank sizes: black water, sewage, 20 to 40 gallons typical, median set at 30 gallons. Gray water, sinks, showers, 30 pounds to 50 gallons typical, median set at 50 gallons. Average per RV service volume citywide, weekly volume, pump-out frequency, weekly, with flex routes for urgent overflows. Equipment plan and truck specifications. Ice Cream Clean LLC will operate 5,000-gallon vacuum trucks designed for sanitary hauling to municipal wastewater plants. Equipment overview: primary trucks, 2-3 vacuum trucks, each 5,000-gallon capacity. Backup equipment: portable transfer pumps, spill kits, hose extensions, PPE sets, and testing strips. Telematics, GPS routing, and mileage tracking for each truck. Truck specifications. Typical 5,000-gal vacuum truck. Tank capacity, 5,000 gallons. Baffled steel or aluminum tank. Pump, liquid ring or rotary vane. Vacuum pump, rated for continuous duty. Hose, 3 to 4 inch diameter, 100 and 150 feet standard. Powertrain, diesel, GVWR, 33,000 to 52,000 pound lbs. Average fuel economy, 5 to 7 mpg. Urban duty. Compliance, DOT placards if required, spill containment, and sanitation grade fittings. Mileage estimates, assumption per truck, total fleet miles. Staffing plan and competitive wage scales. CE Cream. Clean LLC prioritizes fair wages and robust benefits to retain skilled operators and ensure consistent service quality. Staffing structure, drivers/operators, 3 full-time. Pump-out specialists, CDL preferred. Support techs, 2 full-time, routing, safety, site coordination, spill response. Admin and AMP, compliance, part-time initially, 0.5 FTE, scheduling, reporting, permits. Total core team, 5.5 FTE. Weekly man-hours, pump-out operations, support and AMP. Admin, so 40 and 60 hours week combined. Total, plus 240 hours, 260 hours week. Wage assumptions. Drivers, operators, 25-hour base plus overtime as needed. Support techs, 20-hour base. Admin compliance, 28-hour part-time. Benefits, healthcare, PTO, training, safety gear, 25% burden on wages. Facility, rent, and overhead. ICE Cream Clean LLC will lease a modest office and yard or garage space with secure parking for vacuum trucks. Facility size, 3,000 pound, 5,000 pound fit office garage with 0.51 acre yard. Monthly rent, $3,000, baseline, location dependent. Utilities, $1,200 month. Water, power, internet, trash. Insurance, $2,000 month. Auto, liability, environmental rider. Permits compliance, $500 month. Reporting, disposal agreements. Fuel and maintenance. Fuel at $4.50 gal, $936 week. $4,058 month. Maintenance, $1,500 month. Oil, tires, pumps, hoses. Operations, routing, scheduling, and disposal logistics. Ice Cream Clean LLC will operate citywide routes split by quadrants and time windows, maintaining consistent weekly schedules and rapid response for urgent calls. Routing. Quadrant-based sweeps. N, NE, SE, SW. Industrial corridors. Dynamic reassignments. Real-time adjustments for urgent overflows. Scheduling. Windows, 8-hour day routes, evening flex routes for high-density areas. Verification. Simple intake form. RV ID, approximate tank size, last pump date. On-site protocol, safety. Cones, PPE, spill mats, hose containment. Documentation. Volume tracked per RV, time on site, disposal manifest, disposal logistics. Destination, municipal wastewater treatment plants. Fee, baseline, 0.10 pounds per gallon. Assumption for budgeting. Frequency, multiple drop-offs per week, per truck. Financials, startup costs, and annual operating budget. C. Cream Clean LLC presents transparent, conservative financials to set investor and partner expectations. Startup costs. First 90 days. Truck acquisition. 2 units used refurbished. $550,000, $275,000 each. Equipment and PPE. $35,000. Facility deposits and fit-out. $20,000. Insurance binders. $8,000. Initial fuel and amp. Maintenance reserve. $12,000. Permits/compliance legal. $10,000. Admin systems. Routing, telematics reporting. $15,000. Working capital reserve. 90 days. $150,000. Total startup. $800,000. Ongoing operating costs. Annual labor, wages, drivers, support techs. Admin compliance, 0.5 FTE at 28,000 revalues. Wage total, 268,320. Benefits burden, title 25%, 67,080. Labor subtotal, 335,400. Disposal fees, fuel, maintenance 18,000. Facility rent 36,000. Utilities 14,100. Insurance 24,000. Permits/compliance 6,000. Admin systems/licenses 9,600. Contingency 10% ops 35,000. Annual operating total $389,072, excluding depreciation and financing. With depreciation/financing, assume $120,000 year. 509,072. Funding sources. City contract/grants. Public health and environmental remediation funds. Philanthropy. Foundations focused on homelessness and watershed protection. Corporate sponsorships. Green initiatives tied to measurable impact. Impact investment. Debt, equity with environmental KPIs. Environmental impact assessment. CREAM. Clean LLC, led by founder Carlos Thomas Faria, delivers quantifiable improvements in water quality, public health, and urban sanitation. Baseline environmental risks. Untreated discharges from black and gray tanks introduce pathogens, nutrients, and detergents to storm systems that drain directly to rivers. Hotspots near industrial areas, highway corridors, and river-adjacent neighborhoods see recurring contamination. Projected reductions, weekly removal, estimated illegal discharge avoidance, assuming 30% otherwise illegally dumped. Water quality outcomes, lower pathogen loads, reduced fecal coliform inputs to surface waters. Nutrient control, less nitrogen and phosphorus loading from sewage and soaps. Habitat benefits, improved conditions for aquatic life and riparian zones. Public health outcomes, reduced exposure, fewer contact points with contaminated runoff in high-foot traffic areas. Lower disease risk, decreased potential for gastrointestinal illness linked to environmental contamination. Neighborhood quality, odor reduction, and fewer pest attractants. Positive environmental impact statement. CREAM Clean LLC will measurably reduce untreated wastewater entering Portland's storm system and waterways by intercepting an estimated 500,000 gallons per year of would-be illegal discharges. By providing weekly sanitation at scale, Ice Cream Clean LLC advances the city's environmental stewardship, improves community health, and demonstrates that targeted interventions by a focused operator under the visionary leadership of founder Carlos Thomas Faria can deliver outsized ecological and social returns. City savings and societal impact, municipal savings, system protection, lower cleanup and enforcement costs from sewage-related incidents, public health savings, fewer contamination events, reduced downstream medical and remediation expenses, operational efficiency, centralized service through Ice Cream, Clean, LLC lowers per incident response, societal benefits, dignity and stability, regular sanitation services support healthier living conditions for homeless RV residents. Neighborhood relations, fewer odors and spills encourage community tolerance and cooperation. Data and planning. Ice Cream, Clean LLC's reporting helps the city track trends and target supportive services. Turnkey setup and implementation timeline. Ice Cream, Clean LLC proposes a rapid, disciplined rollout led by founder Carlos Thomas Fauria. Phase 1. Formation and agreements. Weeks 1 to 6. Lead. Ice Cream, Clean LLC executive team under Carlos Thomas Fauria. Actions. Secure waste disposal agreements with municipal plants. Finalize facility lease and insurance. Purchase and commission 2 vacuum trucks. Hire and train staff. Implement safety and compliance protocols. Develop route plans and intake verification system. Phase 2. Pilot operations. Week 7 to 14. Coverage 150, 200 RVs, week across high-density routes. KPIs. On-time service rate was 90%. Gallons pumped documented per RV. Incident rate was 1 per 500 pump-outs. Phase 3. Full deployment. Weeks 15 plus. Coverage. All identified RVs citywide. Target 400 tons week. Reporting. Monthly environmental summaries. Quarterly impact reviews shared with city and investors. Risk management and compliance, safety, strict PPE, spill response kits, and hose containment. Regulatory adherence to municipal and state wastewater hauling requirements. Liability, environmental riders in insurance, documented chain of custody for every gallon. Community relations, respectful engagement, clear scheduling, conflict de-escalation training. Staffing details and schedules, weekly staffing schedule. Example, drivers / operators. 3. Driver A, Monfry, 8-hour routes. NEN. Driver B, Monfry, 8-hour routes. SW. Driver C, Monthu, 8-hour routes. Plus free flex. Support techs. 2. Section 1. Monfry field support, safety audits. Tech 2. Monfry logistics and verification. Admin compliance, 0.5 FTE. Admin, reporting, permits, schedule coordination, part-time. Summary tables, service and volume assumptions. Attribute value, RVs, served weekly 400 AVG gallons per RV 80, weekly total volume 32,000 ton gal, annual total volume 1,064,000 gal trucks, 5,000 ton gal 2 to 3 drops per week, 3 trucks. 7 each. AVG sources, industry norms, and conservative operational assumptions. Staffing and wages, roll count hours per week, wage. Annual wage total drivers, hours operators. 2025. HR 150-60 in those, 1,000. Support techs, 180, 20 tons, 83,200. Admin, compliance 0. 5. FTE, 28 hours, a 29 down, 120 benefits burden. 25%. 67,080 total. I 220 bar, 330 files, 400 operating budget. Annual cost item amount, labor plus benefits 335,400, disposal fees 167,400, fuel $48, 672, maintenance $18, $0, facility rent 36,000, utilities $14, 400, insurance 24,000, permits compliance $6,000, admin systems licenses $19, 600, contingency 10%, 35,000, depreciation / financing $120, 0, total annual including depreciation 509,072, startup budget Eaton amount trucks 2 refurbished 550,000, equipment and amp PPE sub 35,000, facility deposits amp fit out 20,000, insurance binders 8,000, fuel and amp maintenance reserve 12,000, permits compliance legal $10, Zauzers, admin systems 15,000, working capital 90 days 150,000, total startup 800,000. Illustrative charts and graphs. Note: the following visuals are described for clarity. Ice Cream Clean LLC can render full graphical dashboards in presentations. Weekly volume chart, bar chart with 32,000 gallons, week baseline, stacked bars showing black versus gray components, 40% black, 60% gray. Cost breakdown pie, slices for labor, 66%, disposal, 33%, fuel, 10%, rent, 7%, insurance, 5%, utilities, 3%, maintenance, 4%, permits / admin, 3%, contingency, 7%, proportions, illustrative. Environmental impact line chart, cumulative gallons diverted from illegal discharge over 12 months, reaching 409, 200 gallons under the 30% avoidance assumption. Staffing utilization chart, line showing man-hours versus RVs serviced. A flat 200 pound, 260 hours week, supporting steady service rates. Founder profile: Carlos Thomas Farias. Cream Clean Elm LC was founded by visionary leader Carlos Thomas Faria, whose hands-on logistics expertise, community focus, and problem-solving mindset shaped this practical, humane solution. Carlos Thomas Faria believes sanitation access is foundational for personal dignity, environmental protection, and healthier neighborhoods. Under his direction, Ice Cream Clean LLC sets a new standard for community-first operations that unite technical precision with compassion. Leadership qualities: resourceful, detailed, and relentless in pursuit of practical solutions. Community impact: builds trust through reliability and transparency. Innovation: operational excellence with a strong data and environmental focus. Call to partnership and investment. Cream Clean LLC invites the City of Portland, wastewater agencies, environmental organizations, and impact investors to support this initiative through contracts, grants, sponsorships, and investment. With founder Carlos Thomas Faria at the helm, Ice Cream Clean LLC is prepared to launch rapidly, measure results rigorously, and report transparently. ROI: social environmental. Significant reductions in illegal discharges, improved public health, and better neighborhood conditions. Financial stewardship, conservative budgeting, clear KPIs, and scalable operations. Readiness, turnkey plan, staffing model, equipment sourcing, and disposal partnerships outlined. Appendices, Appendix A, Key Performance Indicators, KPIs. Service coverage, 95% of identified RVs per week. On-time arrival, 90% within scheduled windows. Gallons pumped, logged per RV, weekly and monthly totals. Incidents, spills, EELs, 1 per 1,000 pump-outs, 100% documented and remediated. Customer satisfaction, residents. ILS 4.55 average rating. Environmental outcomes. Quarterly reductions in reported illegal discharges. Appendix B. Safety and compliance checklist, PE. Gloves, goggles, masks, boots, coveralls, spill kits, absorbents, neutralizers, containment berms, hose management, secondary containment, drip trays, documentation, chain of custody manifests, disposal receipts, training, incident response, de-escalation, hygiene protocols. Appendix C. Disposal partners. Municipal wastewater treatment plants. Accept sanitary sewage hauled by licensed operators for a per-gallon fee. Manifests required. Backup disposal sites. Regional plants within feasible dray distances. Closing statement. Cream Clean LLC, under the visionary leadership of founder Carlos Thomas Faria, is ready to deliver a comprehensive, humane, and environmentally sound solution to Portland's RV sanitation crisis. This turnkey plan protects rivers, uplifts people, and saves the city money. With disciplined operations, fair wages, and rigorous reporting, Ice Cream Clean LLC will set a new benchmark for community sanitation services in Portland and beyond.